All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And, right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off,
and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes, and that will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
To punt it away on fourth down, here's Drew Kaiser. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
At the 38-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the draw, here's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Yellow. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I don't need to. 53, Mike, 53. You just won.
On first down, Mahomes. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check back up, go. 44 to Mike, 44 to Mike.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
44 to Mike. Check. Ricky. Mike up. Who that?
He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Next is for Jets 7, Chiefs nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Fighting him off. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch a slack. Watch a slack. Watch a slack.
2nd and 11. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Third and long, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Colin Saunders drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Tate, Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Tate. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Second and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, lady. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check that.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what you said, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
They'll set up a throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. It's their quarterback, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check.
To throw again. Tate. He gets it to Thomas. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally. But maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster. Try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
This is Grant. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Darnold from the gun. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Set,
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike 53. Yo.
Off the play fake. Tate. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. 53, Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Slow. 53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Braxton Berrios. As the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, Tate. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch left. Watch left. You got nothing there. You got nothing.
2nd and 2. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Armani Watts. Johnson, the intended target. Week 4 of the preseason, last chance here to make an impression. You know he wanted to play mistake-free football, but that just went by the wayside.
Like a lawyer, this is his closing argument. Now it goes to the hands of the jury. And you know who the jury is? The coaching staff. They've got to decide whether he's the guy, he's going to make the roster, what it's going to be for him. Mistake-free football is exactly what he was after. Unfortunately, he didn't get it.
Yeah, and it's magnified with him being a rookie. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Tate. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Tate. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Tate. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on second down. Tate, it's Hill, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Grant. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, New York.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, they're scared.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
56. Mike's 56. Let's go, defense.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold gets this one to Joshua Perkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's complete to Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Colin Saunders able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Equanimous St. Brown, 27 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Tate. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Runs through the contact. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run with Grant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to him on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They go back to Grant. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Bell, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Tate. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Looking to throw. Tate. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They are making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Back to the air on second down. Tate, Thomas has got it, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, it's Hill. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Butker's kick here is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
On 3rd down. It's Scott, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.